Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and boy, I was down to my regular exercises. I was doing somewhat of my exercises on when I went to Sturgis, so it's been 8-9 days since I've really did it, and my run, I fell down today. It was at the, I don't know if you can see it. It's down at the very end, right there, of the building. And I made my lap around there, and I was starting to get tired. And I said, all I gotta do is just get past this crack down there, and I'm gonna stop there, and that'll make it the same like I always do. And that crack, I tripped on that crack, so it made me feel like a fool. I kind of messed up my hand, but it was my bad hand anyway, so it's no big deal. Not much. Skinned it up a little bit. But one of the things, I don't have music when I'm riding the motorcycle, and when I get on interstates, stuff like that, the main thing is I'm clear to the right of the lane, and no big deal. And it gets so you do a lot of thinking. And one of the things I've always thought about it is, why is it older people see God? You know, I want to kind of say they get religious. The reason I say that is because I'm not religious at all. I never have been, but I'm very spiritual. And I've always given God credit. I pray a lot, and I give thanks a lot. That's one thing my wife was amazed that I appreciate everything, and I don't hold back on giving my thanks, either to people that have lightened the load for me, or God. Now, I always talk about, my God, your God, because I've been all over. I found out there's people, their God isn't always my God. And what they worship is not always what I think. So that's why I'm kind of like that. But why is it when they get older? And for me, it's easier to notice it's not me that did this, not by myself. I challenge myself all the time, and it's either easy stuff or like Sturgis trip. It was a big deal. Now, I've done the same thing on a different motorcycle with a different dog, and I've gone a lot further. This is less than 2,000 miles. I've done 3,000 and 4,000 miles one direction. And but I understand I'm in a different part of my life, different point in life, and so to do things there was easier when I was young, but now to do it, it becomes more of a challenge. And I'm always Oh, that's over there. Looking at stuff. And, but prepare. I'm better prepared. And that's because I've done all this stuff before, so it's easier to prepare for it. And then the unexpected, and trying to get certain things, get a certain reaction from people and stuff like this. And these are all gifts that I've received, and I've lived through it. And I'm appreciative. Thank you. You know, I mean, I'm not mangled up. I mean, I'm still in pretty good shape. And I've learned a lot. And I mean, I'll tell you, this trip, I never had any close calls. Everything was just very good. But the only close calls was running out of gas, but I still had my gallon of gas extra. So I never did it. I used it, the gallon of gas, some Harley rider ran out of gas, and I gave him a hand. But things like I passed a hotel, and I don't know when the next hotel is going to be. And so I passed this hotel, and then it starts raining on me, and I'm thinking, well, 2 or 3 miles past, I know a hotel, so I'll go back. And that happened pretty regular. And I was really lucky and happy I did. The next day, when I got going, it might be 30, 40, 50 miles before I see another town. And a hotel might be another 100 miles. So things like that, I'm really thankful. And you better believe it, I started praying again, and I emphasized that how thankful I was that you rained a little bit on me, enough to get me to go back. And the only one big rain I got was the rain when I started. I got pretty wet on that one, but it was a 100-degree day, and so I got dried out, and it made that first day much more pleasant. That's why I did 400 miles in one day. That's the maximum I did on the trip. And that's it. I knew I wasn't going to do that again. And then, so I give thanks a whole lot more. I give that credit to where I believe the credit needs to be, and that's in my God. And I don't know if it's because I've had so many life-changing events that's the way it is. I mentioned when I was in Vietnam, I stopped believing in God because I saw stuff that it was so inhumane that if there was a God, this stuff wouldn't happen. And I was real lucky, God still believed in me. And like I say, He protected me, got me through that, married me, got a very good woman. A woman who was highly religious, but she knew enough, give Mike his space. And we learned together. And for me, my God was with me for that whole time. And I think as we get older, we get wiser. And that's why the older people start giving God more credit, either religiously or like spiritually. I believe that's what it is. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.